Hi, welcome to Gramophone Music Studio YouTube channel. This video will be the ABRSM Grade 5 Music Theory Exam step-by-step complete walkthrough, answering tips and strategies. In this video, we'll discuss the breakdown of each questions, step-by-step how to solve these questions, answering tips and strategies. This video is suitable for those who have completed the learning of all Grade 1 to Grade 5 Music Theory and will want to work on the types of questions being asked in the exam. If you haven't finished learning the Grade 5 syllabus, we'll have a video coming up very soon on a quick guide to learning the ABRSM Grade 5 theory, all the syllabus information and everything you need to know before sitting for the Grade 5 theory exam. Check out our past videos on the complete guide to ABRSM Online Theory Exam and also the ABRSM Grade 1 to 5 theory exam before and after comparison. The links will be in the description. In this video, we'll only be talking about the questions in the exam. You may refer to our other videos for the technical setup, troubleshooting, exam booking, and requesting refund if you didn't manage to complete the exam due to system issue. All the links for these videos will be in the description box. Here is some information about the ABRSM Grade 5 Music Theory Exam. Grade 5 Music Theory is a prerequisite for ABRSM Grade 6 to 8 exams. It is only available in online format. The music books or posters are not allowed in the exam. You may prepare draft papers, either blank or manuscript paper for the working and writing your own references such as the circle of fifths. If needed, you may copy the questions onto your draft papers and do the working on the paper. The answers will look very similar, so double check them before selecting the correct answer. 1 mark is awarded for each question, and there are 75 marks in total. To pass, you need to score 50 marks and above, and for merit, 60 marks and above, and for distinction, 65 marks and above. The duration is 2 hours for Grade 5. The exam is divided into 7 parts. Part 1, pitch, 10 marks, and Part 2, rhythm, 10 marks. Part 3, keys and scales, 15 marks. Part 4, intervals, 10 marks. Part 5, chords, 10 marks. Part 6, terms, signs and instruments, 10 marks. And Part 7, music in context, 10 marks. Now we'll start with Part 3, keys and scales. Here's an overview of the questions. 3.1 and 3.2, key signatures. 3.3, selecting the correct key. 3.4, pick the correct notes to form the scale. 3.5, pick the correct clef to form a minor scale. 3.6, chromatic scales, and 3.7, technical names. Before we begin to talk about the types of questions, here is a very important note. You can write the circle of fifths and draw a piano keyboard on your draft paper for reference after the exam starts. This will be of tremendous help in the exam. Refer to our video Quick Guide to Learning Grade 5 Music Theory to know how to draw the circle of fifths from scratch. Let's move on to the first question. 3.1, key signature, major key. And here are some answering tips. You should list the key signatures according to the correct order. Compare the answers carefully, and it will be very helpful to cross-check according to the circle of fifths on your draft papers. The question asks for the key signature for G flat major. And the key signatures are B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, and C flat. You can work it out from the circle of fifths. And now we'll start comparing the answers. In the first answer, the second place is a F flat, so that's wrong. The second answer, the first place is a C flat, so that's wrong. And in the third answer, it looks good. And in the final answer, the last flat, it's a B flat, so that's wrong. So it means the third one is the correct answer. The next question, 3.2, key signature in minor key. And here are some answering tips. List the key signatures according to the correct order, compare the answers carefully, and it will be very helpful to cross-check according to the circle of fifths on your draft papers. The question is asking for a key signature of D sharp minor. We'll work it out from the circle of fifths and we'll know that it has 6 sharps, which are F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp, and E sharp. Now we'll compare the answers. In the first question, the 5th sharp is wrong. In the second answer, the E sharp is written in the wrong place. The third answer looks alright, and In the last answer, F sharp and C sharps are inverted, so it means the third one is the correct answer. Moving on to 3.3, circle the correct key based on an extract. Here are some answering tips. Write down all the accidentals in the extract. Figure out if it is a major key or a minor key. If it is a minor key, at least the 7th note will be raised, or both the 6th and 7th. In flat keys, the raised notes will become natural, which can be written without accidental, so take note of that too. Lastly, look through all the answers and eliminate the wrong ones. The first step is to write down all the accidentals seen in the extract. So we see a B flat, E flat, F sharp, and finally B flat. And then we'll write down all the key signatures of the answers. G minor has B flat and E flat, and we also note that there's a 7th note, F sharp. The D major has F sharp and C sharp, and B flat major has B flat and E flat, and G major has F sharp. So the only answer possible will be G minor. We also write down the accidentals: A flat, B flat, D flat, E flat, and G flat. And we'll look through the answers. G flat minor doesn't exist, so we can just eliminate that. D flat major has B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, and G flat. B flat major has B flat and E flat, and F minor has B flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat, and also there is a 7th note, E natural. So the answer will be D flat major. We do the same for the last questions. There are B flat, A flat, E flat, and a B natural. We look through the answers. E flat major has 3 flats, B, E, A flat. C minor also has B flat, E flat, and A flat. The 7th note will be a B natural. And for F minor, there are 4 flats, B, E, A, D flat. And the 7th note will be an E natural. Whereas A flat major also has 4 flats, B, E, A, D flat. So the only answer possible will be C minor. The following question, 3.4, pick the correct notes to form the scale. These are some answering tips. Write down the whole scale on the draft paper. For the minor key, you have to raise the notes accordingly, and then select the correct answer based on your draft. The question is asking for the notes to complete the scale of A major. The key signatures are F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. And we'll proceed to write down the notes for A major, which are A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, and A. And we'll know the answer for X will be F sharp, and for Y, it will be B. Moving on to 3.5, pick the correct clef to form a minor scale. Here are some answering tips. Write down the first note according to each clef. Refer to each minor scale and their key signatures. Check whether it's ascending or descending to confirm the raised notes in the minor scale. In the ascending mode, you will see a raised 7th for harmonic minor and raised 6th and 7th for melodic minor. In descending, only raised 7th for harmonic minor and no raised notes in melodic minor. You have to form a minor scale by picking the correct clef. So it's very crucial to know it's ascending or descending. In the harmonic minor, both ascending and descending we raise the 7th. And in melodic minor, only ascending we raise the 6th and 7th and not for descending. And then we'll check what the first note would be according to each clef. In treble clef, it will be a B flat minor, and the key signatures are B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, and G flat. Since it's ascending, we'll also write down the 7th note, which will be A natural, and the 6th note will be a G natural. For bass clef, it will become a D flat minor, which we know for sure it's wrong because it doesn't exist. Whereas for the alto clef, it will become a C flat minor, which is also wrong, it doesn't exist. As for tenor clef, it will become an A flat minor, which also doesn't exist. So the answer will be treble clef, it will form a B flat harmonic minor. For second question, we'll do the same. Here it shows the descending mode of the scale. So it means either the 7th note is raised or no note is raised at all. And we'll write down the first note according to each clef. So if it's treble clef, it will be C minor. The key signatures are B flat, E flat, and A flat. And the 7th note will be a B natural. And next for bass clef, that will be an E minor. The key signature is F sharp. The 7th note will be a D sharp. As for the alto clef, it will become a D minor. The key signature is B flat. The 7th note is C sharp. And lastly, tenor clef, that will be a B minor. The key signatures are F sharp and C sharp, and the 7th note is an A sharp. And then we'll look through the answers. It can be C minor because it's a flat key and the extract only shows sharps. And it also won't be the bass clef because there should be only maximum 2 sharps. And it also won't be D minor because there is no B flat. So the answer will be tenor clef. Forms B harmonic minor. The last question shows an ascending scale, which means if it's a harmonic minor, the 7th note is raised, and for melodic, both the 6th and 7th will be raised. And now we'll look at the clef to see which scale it will form. If it's the treble clef, it will be a D minor, which has B flat as key signature, the 7th note is C sharp, and the 6th note will be a B natural. As for bass clef, it will be F minor. There are 4 flats, B, E, A, D flat. And the 7th note will be E natural, and the 6th note D natural. As for the alto clef, it will become an E minor. The key signature is F sharp, the 7th note is D sharp, and the 6th note is C sharp. And lastly, the tenor clef, it will be a C minor. The key signatures are B flat, E flat, and A flat. The 7th note is B natural, and the 6th note is A natural. Now we'll look through the answer and see which one was possible. It's not treble clef because we don't see any C sharp, and it won't be alto clef E minor because there are no sharps at all. And it won't be the tenor clef C minor because there is no F flat in C minor. So that's wrong. It means the answer is bass clef. It will form an F melodic minor. And next, 3.6 chromatic scale. Here are some answering tips. You can draw a piano keyboard on a draft paper for your reference. Write down all the note names that's given. Check if the notes are all semitones. Check if the first and last notes are the same. Check if the same note appears no more than twice. For chromatic scale, we have to check where does it start from. So it says B flat, so the first note and last note has to be B flat. Then write down the letter name of all the notes given. First note B flat, A flat, G flat, F, E flat, D flat, C flat, and B flat. Then you can check if all the notes are semitones by referring to the piano keyboard that you draw, which is yes, they're all semitones. The first note and last note are also the same note, and each note is used not more than twice, so the answer is true. The next chromatic scale will begin on D. We'll write down all the notes: D, E flat, E natural, F sharp, G sharp, A, B flat, B natural, B sharp, and C sharp, D. And here we see that the same note B is being used 3 times. So although they are all semitones, the first note and last note are the same, this will still be false. The last question of part 3 will be 3.7 technical names. Here are some answering tips. Confirm the corresponding degree, which is the number according to the technical name. Check the key signatures of the major or minor, and write down the given note to check your answer. The question will ask for true or false. So firstly, we have to check the technical name. Submediate refers to the 6th note, and C sharp minor's key signature will be F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, and D sharp. And now we'll check the 6th note of C sharp minor, which will be A. And the written note will be A, so it's true. The next question, the dominant in G sharp minor. Dominant refers to the 5th note. And the key signatures in G sharp minor are F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, and A sharp. The given note here is a D, whereas the dominant should be a D sharp in G sharp minor. So the answer is false. For the last question, leading note in A major. Leading note will be the 7th note. And the A major's key signature is F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. So the 7th note will be a G sharp. The given note is also a G sharp. so the answer is true. And some answering strategies will be, the questions are displayed on the screen, hence it is not possible to write directly on it. Copy them onto your draft papers for marking and comparison. Read the questions carefully and compare the answers as they can look very similar. Coming out, we'll have Part 4 intervals. Subscribe to our channel and turn on the notifications so you don't miss our next video. And these are some resources to help you prepare for the exam. For books, Discovering Music Theory by ABRSM and also Music Theory Practice Papers published by ABRSM, as well as New Music Theory for Young Musicians Grade 5 published by Poco Studio. You may look at the link in the description for the purchase links. On ABRSM website, there is a free practice paper and also a paid practice platform. There are also some quizzes available for free. I'll put them in the link in the description box. ABRSM also has a music theory trainer app which is paid version. You can find it in the link in the description as well. Subscribe to our channel so you won't miss it. Thanks for watching, like and share. See you next time.